everyone, what is good? The Will-Jaxx effect here. I am discussing this Sunday's upcoming Royal Rumble, and this is my predictions for the Royal Rumble. So far, from what I've heard, there is 5 matches on the card, and then there's 2 Royal Rumble matches. So we're going to break these down and predict who's going to win. The first match is going to be the Women's Tag Team Champions. The WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Charlotte Flair and Asuka, will face off against Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. Now, I was going to say, I think Charlotte and Asuka are going to retain. And then keep in mind, those two are in the Women's Royal Rumble match. Now, the match that I'm looking forward to, Goldberg. Billy Boy, Bill Goldberg, taking on the WWE Championship holder, Drew McIntyre, the Scottish psychopath, for the WWE Championship. Now, my gut is saying Goldberg, but me, I don't think Drew McIntyre is going to lose that title, because I have a gut feeling that Drew McIntyre is going to give Goldberg one Claymore kick right square in the jaw, right here. And that'll be the end of Goldberg for a while. Now, the Universal Championship, or as I would call it, the Blue-Universal Championship over on the SmackDown side, is going to be up for grabs between the champion, Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, taking on, again, Kevin Owens, Mr. Stunner, in a last man standing match. Now, history has proven that last man standing matches usually happen in odd times when 2 of the superstars are in a blood feud, and this feud goes on forever and ever and ever. So, last man standing, if I were to pick someone, my gut is telling me Kevin Owens, but my heart and soul and mind is pointing me to the direction of the Tribal Chief due to some crooked type screw job. But I'm sticking with Roman Reigns on this one. Now, we will be going for the Men's Royal Rumble match. The men that are confirmed, there's 15 superstars that are already confirmed. We have Randy Orton, Edge, AJ Styles, Intercontinental Champion, Big E, Daniel Bryan, Sheamus, Jeff Hardy, the United States Champion, Bobby Lashley, Jey Uso, The Miz, Cesaro, John Morrison, Otis, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Dolph Ziggler, and Mustafa Ali. So basically that leaves up a lot of spots for returns. You know, it's hard to explain. Like returns, debuts. You know, maybe The Fiend comes back and takes Randy Orton out before the Royal Rumble. And he might come back in a new mask, new look. I don't know. But my gut is telling me either 3 people that are going to win the Royal Rumble match, the men's Royal Rumble. Edge, Daniel Bryan, or Lashley, I pick. Those are my picks, baby. Let's go. And you never know. He might be back by the Rumble. And then I might pick The Fiend to win the Royal Rumble match. I would love to see The Fiend versus Drew at WrestleMania this year. Now, since we are done with that, the Women's Royal Rumble. Now, this is the 30 women Royal Rumble match. So I believe there's 15 women's superstars that are confirmed for the Women's Royal Rumble on the women's side. So we have to start off with Shayna Baszler, Alexa Bliss, Peyton Royce, Bianca Belair, Bayley, Charlotte Flair, Nia Jax, Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke, Tamina, Liv Morgan, and Ruby Riott. Now, this is where it gets interesting. For my top 3, if I were to choose my top 3, I would choose Shayna Baszler, Bianca Belair, or Alexa Bliss. And there's also room for surprises too, so you never know. But if my out of the world type, fantasy, type return, quote unquote, would be Ronda Rousey, because she's highly rumored to come back to the Royal Rumble from what I've heard, unless I'm getting my sources wrong. But other than that, I would love to see Becky Lynch come back and win. I would love to see Ronda come back and win. I would love to see Shayna win the Rumble. I would love to see Alexa Bliss win the Royal Rumble. And I would love to see Bianca Belair win the Royal Rumble, or Ruby Riott, or, one of those NXT girls to come in and be like, yeah, I'm going to win the Royal Rumble and I'm going to win the Women's Championship, that sort of thing. Because there's a lot of rumors that there's a lot of rumors for, you know, the Rhea Ripley coming to in the Royal Rumble match. That's the best way to debut. And going back on the men's Royal Rumble match, I'm hearing it's highly rumored that Switchblade Jay White might be coming to WWE. He might be WWE bound, so he might be debuting in the Rumble. So that's it for the match card from what I can see via WWE.com. And if there's any more announcements for matches, which, knowing WWE, they'll be announcing the Royal Rumble matches on Twitter on Sunday before the Rumble, so you'll hear an additional picks for the Royal Rumble for Sunday if WWE announces anything on Twitter or on WWE Network or on the WWE.com. Okay? So this has been my Royal Rumble predictions for, at the time of recording, it is 11:48 a.m. on January 27th, 2021. This has been the Will-Jaxx Effect. I am over and out. Peace.